The Kansas City Chiefs may have found one of the biggest hidden gems of the 2026 NFL Draft, and they did it in classic Brett Veach fashion, by waiting until day 3 and trusting their scouting department to uncover value where others overlooked it. With the number 176 overall pick in round 5, Kansas City selected Cincinnati wide receiver Cyrus Allen, a player who may not have carried the national spotlight of the first-round names but could end up becoming one of the most impactful value picks of the entire draft class. For a team constantly searching for speed, separation, versatility, and special teams value, Allen checks far more boxes than many casual fans may realize. This selection immediately stands out because it addresses what many consider the Chiefs' biggest remaining need after the early rounds: wide receiver depth. While Kansas City had already spent its premium picks reinforcing the defense with LSU cornerback Mansour Delane and Clemson defensive tackle Peter Woods, the offense still needed another weapon, especially one capable of fitting seamlessly into Andy Reid's highly creative and timing-based system. Instead of reaching early for a receiver who may not have been the right fit, the Chiefs stayed patient and landed a player whose skill set aligns perfectly with what they traditionally value at the position. At 5'11" and 180 pounds, Cyrus Allen may not be the biggest receiver in the class, but size has never been the defining factor for Kansas City's offense. What matters far more in Andy Reid's system is separation, route precision, versatility, and football intelligence, and Allen brings all of that. He is the type of receiver who consistently wins against man coverage, using quick feet, sharp route breaks, and natural body control to create space. That ability alone makes him an intriguing prospect for a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, who thrives when his receivers can uncover quickly and give him reliable throwing windows. One of the most exciting aspects of Allen's game is that he is far more than just a straight-line speed threat. While many Day 3 receivers are labeled as developmental deep threats, Allen offers much more nuance than that. He averaged over 16 yards per catch during his college career, proving he can stretch the field vertically, but he also has the short area quickness and awareness to operate underneath, in motion, and in gadget concepts. That versatility is something Andy Reid absolutely loves. Jet sweeps, quick screens, slot motions, option routes, red zone misdirection, Allen has the type of skill set that allows him to be used creatively across multiple layers of the offense. His production at Cincinnati in 2025 further validates the excitement surrounding the pick. During his final collegiate season, Allen recorded 51 receptions, 674 receiving yards, and an impressive 13 touchdowns for the Bearcats. Those 13 touchdown catches tied the school record, a major accomplishment that highlights not only his scoring ability but also his reliability in critical situations. When the ball needed to go somewhere important, especially near the goal line, Allen was often the answer. Perhaps even more impressive than the raw numbers was his efficiency and consistency. In 2025, Allen posted just a 2% dropped pass rate, an elite figure that speaks volumes about his hands and concentration. In an offense led by Mahomes, trust matters. Quarterbacks at that level need to know that when they put the ball in tight windows, their receivers will secure it. Allen's strong ball skills and dependable hands make him the kind of player who can quickly earn that trust, even as a rookie. Interestingly, despite his strong college tape and standout Senior Bowl performance, Allen was not invited to the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine, something many evaluators considered surprising. In fact, some scouts believed he actually helped himself significantly during Senior Bowl practices, where he consistently beat defensive backs and showcased his separation ability against high-level competition. Rather than letting the combine snub define him, Allen responded by proving himself at Cincinnati's Pro Day, where he ran an impressive 4.47-second 40-yard dash. While not blazing by trackstar standards, that speed is more than enough when paired with his route-running polish and football instincts. Allen entered the draft as a likely Day 3 prospect, ranked number 209 on the consensus big board, but many analysts believed he could easily go earlier in rounds 4 or 5 based on fit and upside. Kansas City selecting him at number 176 feels like excellent value, especially considering how well his game translates to their offensive philosophy. It is the kind of pick that often looks modest on draft night but becomes increasingly impressive as the player develops. His college journey also tells a story of resilience and adaptability. Allen began his collegiate career at Louisiana Tech before transferring to Texas A&M and eventually finishing his final season at Cincinnati. Moving between programs is never easy, especially for a receiver trying to establish chemistry and consistency, but Allen continued to produce and improve at every stop. That journey suggests maturity, competitiveness, and the ability to adjust to new systems, all valuable traits for a rookie entering an NFL locker room. From a schematic standpoint, Allen projects best as a Z receiver or slot option rather than a traditional X receiver. He thrives when given space to work, where he can use his footwork and separation ability rather than relying on size and physical dominance against press coverage. That means Kansas City may still have a need for a bigger outside receiver, but it does not diminish Allen's value. In fact, it makes him an even better fit for what the Chiefs do best, creating mismatches and allowing players to operate in space. For Mahomes, having another reliable separator in the slot or off the line could be extremely valuable. The Chiefs' offense functions best when receivers can quickly win their routes and keep the timing of the play intact. Allen's ability to uncover against man coverage could make him a favorite target on third downs, red zone situations, and quick rhythm throws. But the value of this pick goes beyond offense. One of the most overlooked aspects of Allen's profile is his potential contribution on special teams, and that is where this selection could become even more important. Dave Tubb, one of the league's most respected special teams coordinators, undoubtedly had his eye on Allen throughout the process. At Louisiana Tech, Allen returned 12 kicks for 247 yards, showing both vision and explosiveness in the return game. While he did not serve as a primary return specialist during his final 2 college seasons, the foundation is clearly there. In Kansas City, where roster spots are often won or lost based on special teams contributions, that versatility could be the difference between being a depth piece and becoming an active game-day contributor. This immediately places pressure on players already on the roster, particularly Nico Remigio, who may now be the player most at risk of losing his job. Allen offers similar versatility with potentially greater upside as a receiver, making the competition for that roster spot one of the more interesting battles to watch in training camp. If Allen can show consistency as both a receiver and return option, he could quickly climb the depth chart. This pick also reinforces something fans have come to understand about Brett Veach's drafting style. Day 3 is where he often does some of his best work. Time and time again, Kansas City has found valuable contributors outside the early rounds, trusting their evaluations rather than public rankings. Allen feels like exactly that type of player, someone who may not generate massive headlines immediately but could quietly become an important part of the team's future. Andy Reid's receiver preferences are also once again on full display here. While some fans expected the Chiefs to deviate from their usual prototype and target a bigger-bodied receiver earlier in the draft, selecting Allen confirms that Reid still values separation, intelligence, and versatility above all else. He likes receivers who can think fast, move fast, and create opportunities after the snap. Allen fits that mold perfectly. Ultimately, Cyrus Allen may not have been the flashiest pick of the draft, but he might end up being one of the smartest. He fills a need, fits the offensive system, offers special teams upside, and brings the kind of competitive mentality that Kansas City values. For a 5th-round pick, that is a tremendous amount of potential value. As the Chiefs continue building toward another Super Bowl run, players like Allen often become the difference between a good roster and a championship roster. Not every star is drafted in round 1. Sometimes, the most important contributors come from the overlooked corners of the draft board. Kansas City believes Cyrus Allen could be one of those players, and if his ability to separate, produce touchdowns, and contribute on special teams translates to the NFL, this round 5 selection could end up looking like one of the steals of the entire 2026 NFL draft. Now it's your turn, Chiefs fans. Comment what you thought of the draft. Thanks for watching and see you next time.